Welcome to my practice. In this short video, I'd like to introduce myself to you and give you some information about my background, my training, and my analytic practice as a Jungian psychoanalyst. To start with, my name is John Betts. I am a Canadian citizen, and I was raised in a variety of countries, starting with England and Scotland, later Zambia, Arizona, and South Africa. I moved to Canada in 1988, and apart from the time spent in Zurich, Switzerland, training as a Jungian psychoanalyst, have lived and worked in Victoria on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, ever since. A lifetime of exposure to so many cultures does provide me with a very strong foundation for the work I do. My sense is that all Jungian psychoanalysts are, at their core, cross-cultural psychologists because they engage with others who have cultural experiences that are so different from their own. Being fascinated by the cultural experiences of others is the start of the analytic encounter. In terms of my education, I attended the University of Cape Town in South Africa, where I completed an undergraduate degree and 2 postgraduate degrees. My undergraduate degree majors, I did a double major, were in psychology and industrial sociology. One of the invaluable aspects of the industrial sociology major is that I focused my attention on how individuals and groups go about work. All of us have to work at something in our lives, and having a good understanding of that process has been extremely beneficial in my practice. My postgraduate degrees were in psychology, and I interned as a psychologist in South Africa in the late 1980s. Since my arrival to Canada in 1988, I have practiced as a psychotherapist in a wide variety of disciplines, ranging from private practice to traumatic injury consulting, as well as managing an employee assistance program for a large regional hospital system. My training as a Jungian psychoanalyst was completed in Zurich, Switzerland, at the International School of Analytical Psychology, or ISAP. ISAP is one of the training institutes that is accredited by the International Association of Analytical Psychology to train and confer the formal title of Jungian psychoanalyst on those that complete their training. All Jungian psychoanalysts belong to the International Association of Analytical Psychology, or IAAP. You can check my registration with the IAAP by going to their website at iaap.org. I have been a graduate Jungian psychoanalyst since 2006. The training of a Jungian psychoanalyst is extremely rigorous. Unlike most psychotherapists, be they individuals who are providing short or long-term psychotherapy, a Jungian psychoanalyst has to go through 2 complete analyses of his or her own before they are permitted to work with other individuals. The first of these analyses is called a personal analysis, and the second is called a training analysis. What this means is that the Jungian psychoanalyst has dealt with the core issues of his or her own personality before they begin to try and work with the personality structures of other individuals. This implies that the Jungian psychoanalyst has gone through their own dark night sea journey, has encountered the major archetypal structures of their personality, and has dealt with the bulk of their complexes by the time they begin practice. The reasoning behind such an intense form of training is that Jungian psychoanalysts believe that there are 2 personalities central to the analytic process, those of the personality of the client or the patient, but also the personality of the psychoanalyst. Both are transformed by the analytic work, and both personalities are impacted by it as well. The primary work I'm involved in is providing individual Jungian psychoanalysis. I see individual patients in either of my 2 Victoria offices or I see them online. I also run dream and fairy tale interpretation groups. As well, I provide lectures, workshops, and seminars on a wide variety of topics that relate to analytical psychology. I've also produced the Jung Podcast, which is a series of free, downloadable audio lectures on the fundamentals of analytical psychology. In total, there are 29 episodes, and these cover all the core issues in the analytical psychology model in an easy, free, downloadable form. You can access the episodes of the Jung Podcast on iTunes or by going to my website at www.jungian.ca. In addition to the Jung Podcast, I'm going to begin producing a series of video lectures about the fundamentals of analytical psychology and upload them to my YouTube channel. And that channel can be found if you search YouTube for Jungian Psychoanalyst, all one word. You should be able to then find some of the more recent lectures and material that I'm going to start producing. So thank you very much for taking some time to go through this introduction with me, and I look forward to hearing from you.